Hey, I'm Tony Holler. I'm here today with Dawson Piper. Dawson was a small school football player a few years ago at Piatone High School.
That's correct.
A school of like 400 kids. He was a good linebacker, not very athletic. He was just one of those tough kids, you know, that made a name for himself. And then he's playing college football now. But what I was going to tell you is a couple years ago, he reached out and I did a consult with him, and I think I got him on the road of becoming a better athlete. So you started sprint training then?
Correct. I was like, I want to say, coming out of my senior year at the time, going into North Central College, which was my first school, and I probably ran about 17 miles per hour at the time, and then started sprinting 2 to 3 days a week, and it's completely changed my athleticism.
So how fast are you now? What's your miles per hour now?
20 like flat, 20.02 miles per hour, I believe. So it's been a big jump from where I was. My 40 time went from like a 5.2, 5.3 to now I run 4.75. So
you went from being not a very good athlete to actually being one of the better athletes on your football, on the defense at least,
yes,
at Illinois Benedictine.
Correct. So I get to play coverage now. I can fly all around the field, play sideline to sideline. Really, I mean, speed kills nowadays in football, so I can actually get on the field and be a college football player.
I love that. So what's really cool then is we needed a hurdle coach last year,
Yep.
and here you were, probably the youngest track coach in the state of Illinois. How old were you last spring?
19.
At 19 years old, Dawson was a great hurdle coach for us. And one of the things I had him do, we got output sensors. You want to show what the logo there? Outputs. This is not, by the way, an advertisement for output sensors, but they did send us a sensor, and Dawson learned how to use it. And so what we're going to show today is how important these sensors can be to you. I'm always talking about gamifying training. If we gamify practice, you make practice look more like a game and look more like the game. You're actually doing things that are specific to the game you're playing. But in training, what you can do is kind of keep score, which means you measure how high you jump, how far you jump, you measure how fast you can throw a med ball. You measure your ground contact times. These output sensors can even do the velocity-based training in the weight room.
Correct.
All you have to do is put it on the bar.
Snap it right on the bar. Take you 5 seconds to get it on there.
So with that as an intro, we're going to show you 5 or 6 things today that you can do with these output sensors. They cost like $500 a piece, which sounds like a lot. But you think you could get by if you're a track team or if you're training with just like 2 of them?
With just 2. You could optimally run everything you need with our output sensors, just 2 of them. Even 1, you could run some really good stuff.
I'm thinking, you know, like when we would have 4 coaches and 4 groups rotating an X Factor,
Yep.
we would be using those output sensors in one of the 4 groups.
Yep.
And if you had 4 of these sensors, you would have it made. And like I said, they're only $500 a piece. And the only thing you need is the sensor in your phone. Is that right?
Correct. Sensor your phone. Everything else comes with it.
Yes. Starting to sound like a commercial,
Yeah,
but I think we're pretty proud of these things,
Yeah.
and can't wait to show everybody out there what you can do with them. So you just did bounding there, and bounding has long ground contact times because you're up in the air, you're coming down with a lot of weight. Your average ground contact time was about 1/4 of a second, 0.25 seconds. Your best was a 0.238. And you can compare that with previous boundings.
Dates of everything I could do. I can chart all my numbers, everything. I can see how it's trending depending on the month to month, everything.
So in a way, it becomes like a game to you.
Correct.
That you're trying to beat your best score. Exactly. Straight-legged bounds, we call them prime times. It looks like you got a new personal best again. Correct. You're 2 for 2 today. And your average ground contact time was about 1/5 of a second, 0.207. Your best was a 0.188. You're trying to beat your previous best.
Correct.
It's like you're keeping score instead of just doing something.
Yep. Now the next time I go, I would look back at that time and I could see how I did. And you can feel it too. I think you can feel that contacts get quicker.
Yeah, and you know what I like is that sometimes we think we're giving our best and we're not.
Yep.
I just saw this the other day. Well, I'll show you how to do this. Put your hands up as high as you can. 2 inches higher. See that?
Yeah, you go a little bit higher.
We say, okay, as high as I can, and then you say higher, and you can get higher. So that I think is the key to training, is that we want to turn it up to an 11 on a scale of 10,
right.
Which people say, well, there is no 11 on a scale of 10, but there is if we consider a personal best something we've never done before.
True, very true.
Fast, fast, fast. Okay, so what we did there were wickets spaced 6 feet apart, full speed run in, and your average contact time was a 0.15. And it says another personal best. So you're 3 for 3 now. And in review, this is important for me to get it straight in my head. The bounds were 0.25, and the straight-legged bounds, the prime times, were 0.20. And then with wickets, it was 0.15.
Yep.
Average ground contact time. And we also know that the best elite sprinters, guys like Bolt and Tyson Gay and anybody like that, they are having ground contact times of 0.08. Right. 0.08. So their ground contact times are a lot faster than this. Yes. So what I'm looking forward to seeing is, at full speed, what is your ground contact time going to be? Yeah. Okay, so we just sprinted there, yep. And you're a little bit tired.
Getting there.
But your best was a 0.15,
yep.
Which was very similar to what you went through the wickets in,
right.
Correct?
Yep.
And this was not a personal best.
No.
And we're going to write this off as fatigue, maybe,
yep.
But not everything is going to be a personal best either in training.
Right. Almost not nearly as much as you would think you're getting PRs.
And I think too, when you look at your ground contact time being 0.15 and Noah Lyles being 0.08,
right.
You know, that's something that you need to work on to become faster. If you could get this down to like a 0.10,
yeah,
you're going to be a faster linebacker.
Much faster.
I like that. Yeah. You can put it on your wrist. Now, why would we put it on the wrist?
Do med ball throws, all kinds of things like that. It'll track the velocity of your actual limbs moving while you're throwing, 14, 12-pound medicine ball, anything like that.
And there's multiple med ball types of throws that you can measure, right?
All kinds. You can do forward, you can do backwards overhead, you can do any kind of slam, all kinds of different stuff.
I like that. And it seems like one of our best athletes, Keith Sarakis, 12 meters per second.
Yeah.
Throwing the med ball. We don't have a med ball to show you right now, but we will show Keith doing a video. This one here is what you put on a bar?
Correct. You just snap it right on, just like that, easy.
What have you used it in the weight room for? Which lifts?
A lot of squats, bench, anything of those heavy lifts. I use it, hang poles or any kind of Olympics. That's also great for that. Especially if you're not great at cleaning, if you're doing weighted jumps, you can actually see what weight gives you the best momentum and helps you to jump higher.
I love that. And then there's also a big band.
Yes, big band that goes around the waist. You can do all kinds of things with it. My favorite thing to do is broad jump, triple broad jump.
So we're going to show that triple broad jump in a minute, but you could also do just a standing broad jump, right?
Yep.
But it's not measuring how far you go.
Right, it's measuring momentum.
Your momentum.
Correct.
And the other thing that I was thinking of is vertical jump.
Yes.
You can test vertical jump with this, and it gives you the height in inches?
Gives you the height in inches, or you can do it in meters, since they do have both systems of measurement.
And all that data gets stored on the app in your phone?
Immediately. And you can go check it out on your computer, and it saves it under the athlete's name, the date, every single rep that you did, not just your best one, but every single one that you did that work.
This just takes that record, rank, and publish to a new level, because if you can measure something, you're going to improve it.
Correct.
And it just gives you such great measurements.
Right.
So with the triple broad jump, you went about 28 feet, which is really good. We say that if you can go 30 feet, you might play on TV someday.
Right.
So you're getting close.
Getting there.
And so that's one measurement we can do here. Yep. We also got your peak velocity, your peak power, and your peak acceleration. What thing do you look at the most?
I would probably say acceleration, because it's you being able to transition those jumps and carry your momentum through and rotate your weight, showing that my second jump, I might have got stuck on the ground and I probably didn't get as good of velocity on that second
So if
one.
your second jump isn't as good as your first and your third jump, you know what to work on.
Exactly.
I like that. And your peak power was a little over 20,000 watts. So all those numbers may not mean a lot to you until you repeat this next week, next month, 6 months from now, and then you can start seeing progress or seeing what things you need to progress in.
Right.
Well, I hope everybody got to see what the capabilities are of output sensors. We could wear them on your feet, around the waist, the wrist.
Bar tracking.
Bar tracking as well. Velocity-based training is really a big name right now. And man, when you start measuring stuff, you start performing.
Absolutely.
I think there's way too many people out there that think that practice is practice and you perform only in games. I'm a big fan of performance-based training because I don't know how you get better unless you're trying to do things really well.
Right, correct. I totally agree.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.